Bright Tuty. Every student matters.
Hello everyone. This is chapter 7 of history, the flowering of regional cultures. Inside this chapter, now we are coming to discuss the topic growth of paintings in early medieval period. And in that early medieval period, in the previous slides, we have already discussed this medieval period is divided into three parts. So according to this, the early medieval period was mentioned with the AD 800 to 1200. So what are the things which happened in that? Which type of the paintings were drawn in those days? This we are coming to discuss inside this along with their artists, their craft persons, who were the rulers, who they have appointed the different painters and artists, and about their work, the theme of the paintings, colors which has been used, and its importance. So let's see this growth of paintings in early medieval period, AD 1800 to 1200. In North India, two trends of painting becomes very popular during this period. One was Rajasthani school. This is about Rajasthani school of painting, and the other was Pahari or Kangra. Kangra school of painting. The techniques of both the schools were seen. Both the schools. Whether it is Rajasthani school of painting or Pahari or Kangra. So this way the techniques of both the schools were seen. The themes of the Rajasthani school of painting were Krishna Leela. This is the theme. Then Naika Vera, court scenes, processions and hunting. This is about the techniques which is used in Rajasthani school of painting. Devotional love of Krishna and Radha. This is the scenes from the Ramayana and the Mahabharata and were the theme of the Pahari school of painting. So this way they have the themes and their paintings were based on these themes. If we talk and discuss about that Rajasthani school of painting, they were basically based on that Krishna Leela, Naika Vera, court scenes, procession and hunting. And if we are talking and discussing about that, this Kangra or Pahari school of painting, their paintings are based on that, and the theme of the paintings of Pahari and Kangra were the devotional love of Krishna and Radha and scenes from Ramayana and Mahabharata. So this is the main difference between the Rajasthani and the Pahari or Kangra school of painting. So this one is of the Rajasthani. This is Rajasthani school of painting. And this one is about that, the Pahari or Kangra. So that was in the case of North India. Now coming to discuss with the South India. What type of the paintings were there in South India? In the South India, paintings of this period in South India were also based on the religious themes. This is South Indian paintings were also based on religious themes. Paintings of this time are found in the walls of temples like Brihadeswara temple. It is in Tanjavur, at Tanjore in Andhra Pradesh. Then picture of Mahakali, Shiva, Nataraj are superb in form as well as in shape. These paintings depicted various forms of Lord Shiva. One is in a form of a Nataraj, others also were there. The colors extensively used were yellow, red, green, black and white. It is also said that they were using all the natural colors. The paintings are carried out on surface of lime plaster, then most likely made up of powdered conch shell of uniform thickness as of an egg cells. Conch shell, it is means a mollusk, and that shell, that mollusk, it is a type of mollusk, and its shell is used to make the powder, and in a uniform thickness. It, like the egg cells, it has been made, it has been prepared. Then next topic is about that growth of paintings during the Sultana period, which is the period mentioned is 1206 to 1526. 1206 to 1526. During this period onwards, the development of painting entirely depended upon the royal patronage. Now, this is about that the Sultanate period, and the rulers, they were from the outside of the country, were the rulers of our country. Most of the rulers of the Delhi Sultanate were averse of the art painting, though this art was used to decorate and illustrate books as well as to draw portraits. This is a new concept developed during this period. The Rajasthani school of painting was also given importance during that period. They also, this Rajasthani school of painting also gained popularity during the Sultanate period. The art, this paintings and the carving of images, the art of painting and carving of images in wood had advanced considerably in the Vijayanagar kingdom. Vijayanagar is in the southern India, and this is, they also have got this more importance in this. The art of painting had reached its zenith during the period of Mughals, that is 1200 to 1526. The Emperor Akbar had established numerous royal karkhanas. This is known as the workshops. So coming to this, the next topic, this is about that the paintings of the Sultanate period. Growth of paintings under the Mughals. After the Sultanate period and the Sultanate emperors, now coming to discuss about that the growth of paintings under the Mughals, which is AD 1206 to 1526. Growth of paintings under the Mughals, the period is mentioned for the 1206 to, it is 1526 to 1707. Growth of paintings under the Mughals, AD 1526 to 1707. The Mughal emperors were great patrons of the paintings. Emperor Akbar had established numerous royal karkhanas, royal workshops, where painters exhibited their art and crafts. They were honored. It is believed that Akbar had employed hundreds of painters during his reign. Humayun brought many painters from Persia. Among them, Khwaja Abdul Samad and the Mir Sayyid Ali were the most popular. So this was these Mughal rulers, they have their affection with these paintings. The art of painting received great impetus under the reign of Jahangir. This is the court of Akbar. Jahangir himself was an expert in painting, and he had experience to recognize each painter by looking at the unique style and the quality of the painting. This way Jahangir was appreciating about the paintings. Mansoor, Murad, Bishandas and Bahzar were famous painters during his reign, during the reign of Jahangir. Aurangzeb's period was the declining state. Then it is also said that most of the painters patronized by Jahangir, and the same those painters, they were remained continued in the court of the Shah Jahan, who they were with Jahangir in the rule of, during the period of Jahangir, they continued till the during the period of Shah Jahan as well. Then The popular theme of this painting across was the homes depicting everyday life. This is about that the contribution and the patronage and the appreciation done during the period of Jahangir and Shah Jahan. But unfortunately, what happened? Aurangzeb's period was the declining stage of painting. Why it was so? Because he was an orthodox. Aurangzeb was an orthodox Muslim and he considered that the painting as anti-Islamic, because color is not been recognized by Quran Sharif. So he was, as an orthodox, he was all against it and he withdrew royal patronage and dismissed the court of painters. So this was the work done by during the period of Aurangzeb. This is Jahangir along with his that the appreciated art and this the artist. Then it comes growth of music in early medieval period. Gradually in the first part we have just gone through about that language and literature. Then it came about that the paintings, how it flourished, recognition, popularity along with the name of their, if we talk about the language literature, then writers were there, poets were there, story writers were there. Then it came to painting. With the paintings also, thematic paintings were drawn by made by the different artists. Many of the rulers, they have appointed their court artists to draw the painting, to illustrate the walls of the king's court. This way it was very famous. The same way, now we are coming to discuss about that, the music and its importance in the early medieval period. This is 800 to 1200 AD. The art of music had flourished considerably during this period. Rajput rulers in north and the Chola rulers or the Cholas in the south were great patrons of music and dance, both in the north as well as in the south. In north, we are talking about that, we are discussing about the Rajput rulers, and in the south, they were the Cholas. The musicians were greatly respected and duly rewarded in their courts. The king of these two rulers in North India and South India, they give reward also to these court poets and the court musicians. Temples built during this period have panels where various screens of music and dance can still be seen. Nowadays also, in many of the temples, the still paintings and the miniature paintings and the sculptures are being shown over there. Some idols of Lord Shiva was mostly shown in dancing pose and described as Nataraj. Dancing pose of Lord Shiva is described as by the poets, by the narratives, by the didactic tales. They are telling and describing about this Nataraj, the statue of Nataraj in a different pose of Lord dancing, Lord Shiva, and the name which is given is Nataraj. These are the instruments which is used in medieval India, musical instruments. Of medieval growth of music under the Sultana period, that is the Indian classic music based on the raga. With this system was divided into two schools, just like as that the previous part with the painting also we have seen about that Rajasthani school of painting. Here we are now coming to discuss about that. The two different forms or the schools were there, which is known as the Hindustani and the Carnatic school of music. Just like as the painting in North India and South India, here also the Hindustani and the Carnatic music school of music. The main forms of Hindustani music like Dhrupad, Khayal, Thumri, Dadra, Tappa and Dhamar are superb in their own way. So these types of the music, the songs, the ragas were very popular in our country. Then in Carnatic school of music is spread through the kritis of the musical training of Tyagaraj, Muthuswami, and this is Purandar Dasa. These are the three names written over here. That is their contribution in the development and emergence of the Carnatic school of music. Tyagaraj, Muthuswami and the Purandara Dasa. Apart and the above of all these Indian folk music, which reflects the richness of Indian musical heritage. So this way it is the contribution of the music in the period between the early 800 to 1200 AD.